Hello and welcome to my movie corner. So this video is going to be the first of many of my DVD pickups, DVD and Blu-ray pickups, because I'm slowly expanding my collection. Because I only have the one bookcase, and that is preoccupied with both DVDs, Blu-rays, books, and a few manga. So it is very, very hard to make sure I keep everything there. Otherwise, I'm going to be running out of space very, very soon. So I'm not sure if this is going to be just the one video, one clip, and then I'll record something next week if I pick some more up next week, or if this is going to be the only thing that you see. You will, of course, already know that by time you get to see it. Well, I went into town with the goal of just buying one DVD, one movie. I came home with 10. I have a problem, and it's a very cheap problem. So I'm not going to complain much. So I'm going to break it up between the two charity shops that I went to, as well as one secondhand shop. So for the first one that I went to, I only got 3 DVDs because in that particular charity shop, they have a deal where it's buy 3 for €4 because normally they sell their movies and games for €2 each. So I picked up 3. Just one that I really wanted. The other 2 are just there to have in the collection. So the first one, the one that I really wanted to get, was one that I loved when it came out. I haven't seen it since it came out, and that is Dracula Untold. I seen it when it came out in theaters. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I just haven't seen it since. So that is another one that's going into the pile for the trying to find out what my top 10 favorite films are. The next one is one that I definitely seen when I was a kid and I loved. And the last time I seen it, I think, was 2015, 2016. And that was the Lizzie Mcguire film. Again, it was just something that I definitely seen when I was a kid and enjoyed. So it was just there to basically add in because there wasn't many good movies there that I would have wanted. And the last one is one that I haven't seen. And I know that's going to shock a lot of people because there's a lot of good movies that a lot of people swear by that I personally have not seen. And this is one of them. And that is Mrs. Doubtfire. I know. You see, the thing with me was growing up, I didn't have a lot of movies. There was very few times where I actually did see movies. So if I didn't have it on VHS, chances are I never seen it. So Mrs. Doubtfire is one of them. So that was all that I got in the one charity shop for €4. So not bad. Then I went into another charity shop and I got all these next 3 for 50 cents. Um, that being one of my another favorite film of mine from when I was a kid, being Spy Kids 2, The Island of Lost Dreams, which I fucking love this film. I haven't seen it, and I want to get the first and the third film. Fuck the other ones that came out. The trilogy is that's all I count as canon. Anything else after that can just suck a dick because they are not canon. But yeah, this was definitely one that I loved all 3. When I was a kid, I definitely think the third one was probably my favorite. But now thinking back on it, I think it might be the second or it might be the first. I'm not too sure because I need to get the other 2 for whenever I do cover them in movie reviews. Now I know this one will say that it has a sticker on it for €1, but I did not actually buy it for the euro, and that is Scooby-Doo 2: Monsters Unleashed. Another favorite of mine from a kid. I actually watched these 2 a few years back, and I actually kind of prefer the first one over the second one because I felt like I laughed at that more than I did the second one. But I definitely do know that when I was growing up, this was my favorite one. Because I liked a lot of the jokes better in this one. But this isn't the only Scooby Doo thing that I picked up this week. The next one I picked up was simply because I haven't seen it and I know I want to watch it because I have a few films in my collection that I haven't seen but I just got to have in the collection. This is another one because I went to film school for a little while, and I remember in my editing class, we were basically shown different intros to films, and this was one of them, and I've been wanting to watch it ever since. I just never got around to it. Now that I actually own it physically on DVD, I might actually give it a go, and that is Seven. So, yeah, not much I can really say on it because I haven't seen it, so I look forward to actually being able to see it now that I actually own it on DVD. Now, so those were all the charity shops. There is a place in the UK and Ireland known as CEX, or Sex as they like to see it, uh, where they basically do secondhand DVDs, video games, electronics. So I went in there looking for just one movie. That was all I was supposed to do, just get the one film. And I ended up buying a whole bunch, about 10, which I didn't plan to, but you know, why not have them for the collection? The first one is actually a TV series that whenever I see them for cheap, I will pick them up. And I had to pick this one up because the thing with this is this series doesn't have like set like seasons 1, 2, and 3 by themselves. It's all volumes to my knowledge, and that is Ben 10. So I picked up volume 6 for the euro, because it was cheap and I wanted it. So yeah, had to get that. So there's not much I'm going to really talking about it because it's not a movie. So I'm just quickly moving that off to the side. I'm going to save that one for last. Another movie here that I have is something I only seen maybe early on this year. I loved it. I definitely did enjoy it, and I can definitely see why it's one of Jim Carrey's best films. Because you see him as a more serious actor than you would as his normal comedic actor, and that is The Truman Show. I picked this up for $150, and I only seen it this year. So I thought, you know, it's there for the $150. I may as well pick it up. So then I'm saving my favorite one for last, and that was the one that I was actually meant to go pick up. The next one is as soon as I saw it for a nice price, I was like, fuck it, I'll get it. I haven't seen it in years, and I loved it as a kid. And that is Scooby-Doo meets the Boo Brothers. Just a classic Scooby-Doo film that I have not seen. So, I have seen it. It's just I haven't seen it in a while, so I thought I'd pick it up for the euro. They even had Ghoul School, and I was very tempted to pick that up, but I didn't. If it's there next week, I probably will. But I had to get this because I just loved it so much, and yeah. There's no cover art on this, so that's a huge red flag. So I have to try that now when I go downstairs. Otherwise, I will be returning this, unfortunately. After me talking up of how much I'm going to look forward to seeing it. So the last one that I have here for this week, like I said, this has now gone on for 8.5 minutes, so I don't know exactly if I'm going to be doing another one next week, if I do end up picking up anything next week. This was the one that I went down to get because I saw it on the CEX website, and it's like, oh, I'll order that because it was $150. But then I checked to see where it would be coming from, and there was one in my town. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just wait a couple of days and I'll go get it. And that is another Robin Williams film, and it's my favorite Robin Williams film, and that is Biocentennial Man. I remember seeing this as a kid, like randomly on RTE, which is one of our stations here in Ireland, and I just fell in love with it. I don't think I watched it fully then, but I have since, and I think the last time I seen it was a few years ago, and I just fucking loved it. I definitely think this is one of Robin Williams' best performance. So there you guys go. That's all that I got. So I don't know if this is going to be its own separate video. Like I said, you'll know by easily checking the time code. If it is going to be the only thing, then I'll probably just film an outro later. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you in a second with more pickups. Okay, so looks like I did get some more things. It's now the following week, but you will be seeing this on Friday. I did get some more stuff. So let's go over that. So in one charity shop for €1 each, I got the cartoon, one of my favorite cartoons, uh, Happy Tree Friends. I bought a Happy Tree Friends uh, DVD. As soon as I saw it, I had to pick it up because I remember watching so many of these growing up in the early YouTube. So I'm actually happy to own this on on DVD. The other one that I got because I seen it once and I loved it, but I haven't seen it since, and that is the 40-year-old virgin. So it was 50 cents, so why not pick it up? Um, and then these next five was in CEX, and I spent about 10.50 on these. Let me just pull this down a bit. So three of them are Blu-rays because I wanted to, kind of take a break from getting regular DVDs and just try and get Blu-rays. But Blu-rays are kind of a bit more pricey than what I would be willing to pay. So in terms of DVDs for €1, I got Ghost Rider, the extended cut. Say what you will about this film, I actually enjoyed it when I was a kid, so I don't know how well I'm going to enjoy it now, but who knows, if I get it on the spin wheel next week, we'll find out. The other one is one that I've seen a lot, bits and pieces from in secondary school, but I just never seen it in full, and that is the Leonardo DiCaprio version of Romeo and Juliet, where it's modernized, but also with the actual proper Shakespearean talk type of thing. So definitely I'm looking forward to watching this at some point. So those were all the DVDs that I got, simply because I have so many. I have so little space. I only have one bookcase that's holding books, manga, DVDs, and Blu-rays. So the one shelf that has DVDs, that's now three wide, and it's full. And they're starting to encumbrance the Blu-rays. So I saw these and they're pretty cheap, so I picked them up. So for 150, I got Avengers Assembled, the first Avengers film. Now I'm not that big into the superhero films. I have seen most of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. There's still a good few that I've still yet to watch, but it all really depends on what humor I'm in. But I definitely did enjoy watching Avengers Assembled when I did watch it. But this might rub a few MCU fans up the wrong way. I've seen the Marvel films out of order. The first one that I seen was Doctor Strange, and I just generally don't care about saying it in order. But yeah, it's the first Marvel MCU film, really, I should say, movie that I own. And it was 150, so the Blu-rays tend to be cheap now for some of the Marvel movies, so I might pick them up just to have. The other one that I picked up was for €4, and that was Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. I love the Harry Potter series. I could never get into reading the books, but I haven't seen them since 2016. So a good 5 years now. So I want to slowly get them all on Blu-ray, and that way I can watch them. It is slightly more expensive to get them on Blu-ray, but I don't mind. And then the last one is kind of a Blu-ray upgrade because I do already own this on regular DVD, but for €3, I thought, fuck it, I'll just upgrade it, and that is Monsters Inc. So yeah, it is a slipcover version of it. The one that I do have isn't a slipcover, but yeah, I just thought, fuck it, why not upgrade it? And I might get rid of my original copy on DVD. So yeah, that's that. That's all the pickups over the past 2 weeks. So thank you all for watching. This will probably be the only one until the new year. So I hope you enjoyed seeing the amount of DVDs that I got over the past 2 weeks, because it was 10 last week, and we were 3, 6, 7, so about 17 over the past 2 weeks. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next Monday for another brand new movie review.